Hey y'all, Rachel Crawford here. I want to show you my process of collaging the deli paper on top of one of my painted backgrounds. So I've got a bunch of little small pieces that I am working on right now. So let me show you what I do. So I use matte medium and I just put some on. I just use paper plates because it's it's cheap and easy, and I have been using this paper plate in particular for like, I don't know, 2 years now. So they last a good long time. So for this one, a lot of times I have one solid sheet that I am working with, but this one I decided to piece it. So it's actually easier to do when it's broken up. When it's a solid piece, it's more difficult. But I put just a thin layer of matte medium onto the surface first. Then I take, and this is fast because the matte medium is acrylic, so it's already in process of drying. I am putting matte medium on the back side of my piece of deli paper, and it's also getting a little bit on the front side, right? Because I put it upside down on my covered surface already. So I am just lining it up. I cut these papers pretty precisely to fit on these surfaces, on the surface. So now I'm just putting a layer of the matte medium on top. I'm also doing that because it gives me a slick surface to run my fingers across. And I am looking for air bubbles, to get the air bubbles out, right? I've got some scratchy bits of paint, clumpy bits. Just scratched my finger on it, but I think I'm okay. Gonna go easy on those. All right, I feel like sometimes it takes a minute to get the air bubbles out. Sometimes I just kind of let it sit for a moment. Air bubbles can sometimes reveal themselves. All right, so just adding a little bit more to this top part, picking up my top piece, I'm laying it upside down where it's gonna go, just to get matte medium on the back side. The reason I put matte medium on the back side first, and it's on the surface, is I'm just priming the paper. I'm getting the paper ready for being stuck down. I'm like, it's like you're getting the paper wet, moist, and letting it expand, because as soon as you add any kind of moisture to paper, the paper wants to expand. It grows and gets bigger. So I know that that's going to happen. I want that to happen, but you want it to happen on both sides. Obviously the front side has paint on it, so that's kind of acts as a sealer on the paper, but the back side has no paint. So the back side of this paper is most certainly going to immediately expand once it gets moisture. So this is my process. It's really easy. It just takes precision, I would say. It takes a little patience. It also takes practice. I have done this a bajillion million times. So, you know, the more you do something, the more you practice something, the better you get at it. So I get, you know, I'm pretty good with eyeballing and laying the paper down and having it go down really, really well. So I'm just kind of hitting other areas. So I like to extra just kind of smoosh and rub the paper when it's a really transparent spot. So see, so here's a why I paint the background before I put my mono print down. You see here, this is the background shining through all of these little dots, this dot, this yellow, this whole circle here, these lines is all part of the background. So if I just put this, my mono printed paper onto a white background, you lose all this interest. This is interesting stuff coming through. It's even right here. I hope you can see the subtlety. There's subtle marks. I'm cleaning up these edges. Subtle marks that come from the underneath that are shining through. So it just adds interest to the work of art. It gives texture, it gives depth. And I love, even right here, this was a blank, you know, the print did not pick up paint, and that is, this orange is the background shining through. So if my background was white, it just would be less interesting, because now we've got cool, very nice color contrast happening there. So that's how I do it. I hope this has inspired you. I hope it gives you ideas and confidence to get creating yourself. So happy creating, y'all.